Does your Valorant aim cause you to rage like this?
I'm gonna contain short.
Wait, 3 shower? Question mark?
Yeah, 3 shower. One's going cave. One's cave.
Does your aim cause you to get friend zoned like this?
It's a real Shanks. Shanks, once you turn 21, we can hang out, okay? I'll take you to the club. I want to be there for your 21st birthday. Shanks is like my little brother, though. Come on, he's like, what, 18?
Is your aim so bad that it causes the worst breakup in internet history?
If that's the case, I got you covered. My name's Stassiio, ex-Radiant Pro, LeBron James's son, Megamind. Today, I'm going to show you how to get the perfect sensitivity in Valorant so you can dominate and get the girlfriend you always wanted. If this video helps you out, make sure to like and subscribe, comment what you thought. If you don't, your dog won't see tomorrow. The first thing you need to do to find your perfect sensitivity is understand what EDPI is. EDPI stands for effective dots per inch and is a metric used in gaming to determine a player's overall mouse sensitivity. To calculate EDPI, it's just your DPI times your in-game mouse sensitivity. Now, the reason EDPI is so important is because it provides us with a consistent way to share and compare aiming between players. So what this means is we can know what the average pro EDPI is for Valorant. And based off that, we can work out what would roughly be a good sensitivity to use when you play Valorant. In pro play Valorant, the EDPI for a player ranges from 200 to 500, with most players clustering within that 280 to 320 mark. To give you guys some examples, TENS has an EDPI of 276, Aspas has an EDPI of 320, and Boaster has an EDPI of 192. You might be thinking to yourself, what use does this information have to me? Especially because sensitivity is an individual feeling and it's different for everyone. But the thing about EDPI is because we know what the average pro player's EDPI is, if we base our sensitivity off that, we can pretty much be assured that it is a good sensitivity because they're using it at the highest level. So my advice to first get your initial sensitivity is to find your favorite pro player and look up what is their EDPI, what is their sense, and just completely copy it. To do this, you just look up the player's name online and their settings, and it will tell you exactly what to do for your sensitivity. Once you've gotten the setting and you've put it in game, we can get to the next stage, which is adjusting it for yourself. Once we figured out our EDPI based off a pro player that we like, we want to come into the practice range and adjust the sensitivity, because obviously that is a pro player's individual sensitivity and it might not be 100% for us. So we want to fine tune it within the range. Now, the best thing to do is to turn the bots onto easy mode and practice flicking at their heads. If when you're flicking too far, so you're flicking past their heads, you want to turn your sensitivity down. If you're flicking just before their heads, you want to turn your sensitivity up. And you just want to keep doing this until you find the perfect sensitivity for yourself. To make it easier on yourself, you can change the sensitivity slightly using the buttons below the practice tool. It's important when you do this that you focus on doing the flicks with one motion. You don't want it to be jagged. You literally want to put your crosshair in the middle of the screen and try flick directly on their head. By doing this, you're giving yourself the ability to understand whether you need to decrease or increase your sensitivity. Now, this may take 10-15 minutes, but it is a really important exercise to help fine-tune your aim once you've selected an EDPI. I'd also recommend you use other weapons like the Vandal, Phantom, Guardian when you're doing this exercise. In order to have the best sensitivity and control of our sensitivity, you also want to have the best settings possible. Now, me personally, I have my settings to maximize FPS. So that's what I'm going to be showing you on the screen. By having a higher FPS, we're basically able to have smoother aim and be in more control of our aim. Now, the one setting I have on here in this general page that I think is important is the raw input buffer. I don't know exactly what it does, but when I have it on, I turn into an absolute beast, okay? And a lot of pro players, Tens, Aspas, the other Boaster, they all have it on, okay? So I think it's important that you test it on and off when you are fine tuning your aim. The next thing and the most important stuff is your graphic settings, which we'll go into now. In the video section, I have window full screen. I also changed the aspect ratio to fill. Don't really know what it does, but again, a lot of pro players have that on. You also want to make sure your FPS settings are all good. And NVIDIA Reflex low latency. If your computer is CPU based, I think you want it on plus boost. And if it's GPU based, you want it on. Otherwise, you can just turn it off. It's up to you and your computer specifications, but do whatever's best to improve FPS. Then in graphics quality, I have multi-threaded rendering on, everything else off, except for the two settings starting with A. Now, you can copy these settings if you'd like. These are my personal settings to improve my FPS. These are also the settings of a pro player. I forgot which one I've copied, but I feel like my aim, and I'm able to control my aim best when I have these settings. Now, obviously, settings are individual based, just like your aim. And so it's important that you test this yourself to figure out what is best for you. I can only give you a framework. It's up to you to put in the work to figure out what is best for you in the long term. To summarize the video, the first thing you want to do is find the right EDPI for you. To do this, you want to find a pro player that you like and just copy their settings. The next thing is to go into the practice range and fine tune by doing that aim exercise that I demonstrated in the video. The last thing you want to do is change your settings to make sure you're getting the most FPS. Obviously, it's based off your PC specifications and what your PC can handle. So feel free to use my settings. Otherwise, there's a bunch of videos online that may be able to help you even further. With that being said, guys, that's the end of the video. If you liked it, make sure to smash that like button, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to comment what you want to see next. Love you all, and peace.